It's time to react. What's going on YouTube? Oh, what's going on YouTube? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Brad Steele channel, Steele Reactions. Yataka. This is where it's happening. Thank you guys for joining me on the Bradical bandwagon today for another reaction video. And today, it is Craig Morgan and Jelly Roll performing Almost Home live at the Grand Ole Opry. This has caused quite a stir on YouTube. It is rapidly approaching 1 million views. It is trending for music, and I gotta see what all the hoopla is about. I know this song. I think this is a Craig Morgan song, and it's a good one, so I can't wait to hear how this goes on the Grand Ole Opry. Before I get to this, I've got some covers and original music on my channel of my own that I wish you'd check out. Here's a snippet of one now.
I'm tearing down the walls, kicking down the doors. Everything inside this kingdom is yours.
If you want to hear the full thing, there'll be a link to it at the end of the video, as well as in the video description below. Also, the red subscribe button is below if you're interested in that. If you enjoy my channel, I wish you would take 1 second and click the red subscribe button. Okay, here we go. Craig Morgan and Jelly Roll. Almost Home, live at the Grand Ole Opry. Hitting play.
Thank you very much.
I like Craig Morgan,
How
man.
exciting is Jelly Roll, y'all? So listen, if you haven't seen it, you need to go back and pull it up on YouTube or find his first appearance. I happened to be out on the road somewhere, and someone called me and said, "Man, you have got to see this Jelly Roll guy." He was just on the Grand Ole Opry, and he don't look like somebody that would be on the Grand Ole Opry. But he was talking about you. And so I went back and I watched it, and I watched him. He was standing up here and he was talking about how when he was in jail and struggling, how a particular song helped him get through it. And he mentioned the fact that he came to the Grand Ole Opry when he got out, and I remembered. He said, "I was sitting right over there where that gentleman in that hat is sitting in the 7th row, right inside." And Craig Morgan was singing on stage.
Somebody yelled.
And it moved me. It moved me. Just
Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? Stories like that, where somebody like Craig Morgan, your music touches somebody, and most of the time in situations like this, you would never know. I mean, I know Jelly Roll's story, you know Jelly Roll's story, but a lot of people, it's the way like your music touches them and speaks to them at a moment, and you may never even know it, because not every situation is like this where you end up meeting them later on. But it is an incredible story.
proved exactly what he said, that music can change lives.
Yeah.
So before I do the song that he said changed his life, I would love it if y'all would give him a big round of applause and get him to come back out here and sing this with us.
Oh, wow. Man. Incredible. Can you imagine what a
Y'all
moment?
make some noise for the living legend, Mr. Craig Morgan.
Can you imagine what a moment this is for Jelly Roll?
Shortly after I got out of jail, I sat right there in row 7 and I cried like a baby and watched him sing. And I remember thinking, I want to make people feel the way he makes me feel right now.
Wow.
This is a true testimony that God is real and all things are
Hey.
possible.
Yeah.
That same kid that was in jail and struggling, his wife is sitting right there. He's not sitting there tonight. That kid is standing next to Craig Morgan.
Almost feels like a sermon, doesn't it? Kind of that prodigal son coming home type thing.
Here we go, buddy.
Let's do it. He had plastic bags wrapped around his shoes. He was covered in the evening news. Had a pair of old wool socks on his hands.
Wow.
The bank sign was flashing by below. He was freezing rain and spitting snow. He was curled up beside some garbage cans.
Oh man, can you imagine?
I was afraid that he was dead. I gave him a gentle shake.
Great country
When he
voice right
opened
there.
up his eyes, he said, "Old man, are you okay?"
He kind of has a similar tone to Craig Morgan. He kind of has a little bit, I hear a little bit of like Darius Rucker a little bit in his voice too. But he's got that scratchiness that lends itself to rock and roll as well, obviously.
And he said, "I just climbed out of a cottonwood tree. I was running from some honeybees, drip drying in the summer breeze. Yeah. After jumping into Calico Creek,
Yeah, great
I
song.
was walking down an old dirt road, past a field of hay that had just been mowed. Man, I wish you just left me alone, 'cause I was almost home."
Can you imagine? I mean, to think that this song, like, spoke to this man at had to have been the lowest point of his life. I mean, and for a lot of us, we've got those songs. We've got those songs that when we hear them, we're like, that's a song that got me through just the worst thing I've ever gone through in my life. And now imagine he's standing. Well, you want to talk about a redemption story. Oh my gosh, redemption story. Oh.
He said, "I was just coming round the barn about the time you grabbed my arm, and I heard Mama holler, son, hurry up."
Craig Morgan's so underrated.
I was close enough for my old nose to smell fresh cobbler on the stove. I saw Daddy loading up the truck. Cane poles on a tailgate, bobbers blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
Since July of '55, that's as close as I've been. Yeah, I just climbed out of a cottonwood tree.
Yeah.
I was running from some honeybees, drip drying in the summer breeze. After jumping in the Calico Creek,
I love that lyric.
I was walking down an old dirt road, past a field of hay that had just been mowed. Man, I wish you just left me alone, 'cause I was almost home.
Yeah.
I said, "Old man, you're gonna freeze to death. Let me drive you to the mission."
He said, "Boy, if you left me alone, right now I'd be fishing."
Goodness gracious. Like, I feel so much joy for this moment right here. To me, this is what music's all about. This is what it does, man. Redemption story. A guy who got out of jail and sat on the 7th row and heard this song and cried, and now he is on stage. Not just a fan who got called up to sing, as great as that would be, but like a success story in his own right. Oh my goodness.
Just me and you.
I just climbed out of a cottonwood tree.
Wow.
I was running from some honeybees, drip drying in the summer breeze. After jumping in the
And you know what? You got to think, like Craig Morgan, he's got his own story too. Very heartbreaking story. His song "Father, Son," and the Father, My Son, and the Holy Ghost. He's gone through some heartbreaking things in his own life. So I feel like moments like this are rewarding. So rewarding for him too, to see that his music is still speaking like that.
Past the field of hay that had just been mowed. Man, I wish you'd just leave me alone, 'cause I was almost home. Man, I wish you'd just leave me alone, 'cause I was almost home. Jelly roll, y'all.
Incredible.
I was almost home.
Oh, that is incredible.
I got something for you, Jelly.
What is this?
You inspire me. You did when I heard that. I mean, I sat on the bus and cried. And I knew how important that song was to you, so I hand wrote a set of lyrics for you to the song.
Oh,
And sign it to
my.
you. And I want you to hang this up next to all them gold and platinum and multiple platinum records that we know you're going to keep having, buddy. Thank you.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
I appreciate you, man. I love you, buddy. God bless you. Hey, I'm a phone call away, always.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry I ugly cried up here again, but so means so much to me, all the power of music. Make some noise for Craig Morgan. Thank you for having me, Mr. Morgan.
Yeah. Wow.
Jelly roll.
That is, I mean, how could you not watch that and just feel so good for this guy? Good for both of them, man. Good for, as I said, I mean, Craig Morgan, he's had some heartbreaking things happen in his life that some of us can't even imagine going through. And for him to experience a moment like that too is great. But and then Jelly Roll, goodness gracious. I mean, how can you not feel good for that guy? You know, like I said, we love redemption stories. We love when we see somebody who has come from the bottom back to the top. And Jelly Roll is the prime example, man. Hearing that song in jail, worst time of his life, and now he's on the Opry stage, man. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up, man. That is incredible. Thank you guys for joining me on the Bradical bandwagon today. Don't forget, covers and original music. Some of that should be on your screen right now, as well as in the video description below. Thank you guys. Take it in. Soak it up. Bye.